Let me get it. Richard!
Yes. All right, now we're ready.
Hulk Hogan, not only are you a hot dog, a grandstander, a showboat, and a prima donna, but you're a liar, too. In fact, I remember a time where we stood in front of the man that does nothing but lie, Brother Love, and you told some of the biggest lies that I've ever heard of in my whole life.
Welcome, everybody, to Juice Pro Wrestling. In the studio with me is Sretton the Savage. What's up, Sretton?
What's going on, dude?
And all the way up in Wisconsin, this chuddahead named Josh Bodie. What's up?
Hey, y'all.
I didn't know we were getting Scott Hall on the show tonight, but I'll take it.
Hey, Chico, you get him every night.
What's going on, man?
Oh, nothing, dude. Just chilling at home, hanging out, relaxing.
Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool?
Yep.
That's right. Excited to have you on the show tonight, man. I know we've been talking a lot about getting you on here. We're actually able to do it now with our new technology. So
Dude,
super pumped about that.
As am I. Yeah, definitely. I'm super stoked about it.
Hell yeah. Are you super stoked to hear about our time at C2E2?
I am, actually. Yeah. I've been waiting since Saturday.
Yeah, right. Well, my disappointing time, as you can see in the pictures I sent you. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get to meet the Young Bucks. So real quick, I'll run it down for you. We got on a train, the South Shore, at 8 in the morning. It was me, JR, and both our sons, Demon Boy and Xander. We headed up to McCormick Place. It was the train was fucking packed. We stood the whole time. So that wasn't too bad on the way there. But the way back, it might have been a different story. We got there. I think we ended up leaving at like 6. So we spent all fucking day there.
Yeah.
And it was a lot. It was too much. From what JR was telling me, he's been the last several years, and this year, according to him, was probably one of the most unorganized, I should say. And I think that really irritated him a bit. Wow. Yeah. So long story short on that, as soon as we got in, we went right to the Pro Wrestling Tees booth. Well, after I stopped and got a refreshing Revolution IPA.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. It was only $12 for a 19-ounce. What you gonna do? You like that?
That was nice.
I'm a little quick with that. So we got there, and it was cool because I'm like literally a couple feet away from Tony Schiavone and Eric Bischoff, and they're setting up their table, and I was just like, wow, this is fucking surreal. There's Eazy-E, and Tony Schiavone, like the voice of WCW. I talked to Tony for a brief minute and just asked him what's going on with MLW, and he was like, yeah, he made it real short. It seemed like a very sore subject with him.
Ooh.
Because I heard rumors that he had other commitments or something, some kind of conflicting date, and he couldn't make a taping or something like that. And needless to say, I don't think he's associated with them anymore.
Wow.
So that's just all speculation. I don't know, but he genuinely was like, I don't want to talk about it. Right. I was like, damn it. That's the thing. Starting off on the wrong foot,
Right. I got to go over here now.
Yeah. So I was saying they didn't, surprisingly, they were right. So Pro Wrestling Tees was set up. It was them. I don't think maybe they were associated with Pro Wrestling Tees. I don't know if they brought them there or what. I would assume so, because all the wrestlers that were at C2E2 were grouped in the same area pretty much. It was you had Eric Bischoff and Tony Schiavone, and then next to them you had the villain Marty Scurll and CM Punk, and then off to their left you had the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. They came out. It was super awesome, man. They're like the fucking Beatles of professional wrestling nowadays.
Yeah, of course.
And it was just surreal, even though, I didn't get to meet them. To be like right there and see them like in person was super crazy for me.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I'd mark out too.
in CM Punk, even though I'm not a huge fan, it was still kind of cool to sit there and see him do his thing, even though he was trying to look like Star-Lord with that fucking jacket he was wearing.
He looked cool.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, he looked cool.
He was a pimp named Slickback.
Ooh.
He had, I think he had like the longest line from what I could tell. We were there, like I said, when it opened, and they did a signing. Here's what happened. My little horror story with that real quick. They were signing for like a couple hours. And shout out real quick to Steve from Warrior Wrestling and Derek from Curtain Jerker Designs. We hung out with those dudes for a little while. Saw them up there, and Julio from Gorilla Publishing, and he also works at Pro Wrestling Tees. It was cool to see all those dudes there. Good friends of the show. We're up there, and like the Young Bucks line had kind of dwindled down. They've been up there for a couple hours, and so we get in line, and I'm like at that time, I drank. I think I was almost done with my beer. That 19-ounce Anti-Hero, it'll kind of buzz you up real quick,
Oh, yeah. They'll sneak up on you.
Yeah. So I walked through. I saw Steve walk through the sign, like they closed off the line for the Young Bucks, and I just like negated the fact that there was like signs blocking the entryway, and just kind of we all would just went in, and some dude even told us like, hey, they cut the line off here, and it's like, well, Steve's like, I'm just trying to see. He knew Dana, which I believe is Matt Jackson's wife. He's like, I just need to talk to him. He's trying to get some booking information. And we're just kind of going along with the flow. You had to like buy a ticket to meet them at the booth, and it was super weird. I don't understand why we couldn't just hand someone money right then and there. But anyways, so we get up there, and like some lady that worked at the convention came up, was like, hey, like this is closed down, and you guys basically got to get out of here. They'll be back at 3. So that kind of sucked.
Yeah.
So we did that. Long story short, on that we didn't end up meeting the Bucks or Kenny. We were right there. Didn't happen.
Right?
Yeah, and I failed on that, so whatever. But I'm also kind of glad in a way, because to pay an exorbitant amount of money to meet someone like that is just it's C2E2 for me it's cool. But I'm not one of those guys that like wants to. I don't want to drop hundreds upon hundreds of dollars to go to meet somebody. Like I'm not necessarily a religious man, but hey, these are all false idols that I'm not going to just like. It's not like I'm at a strip club and just like tossing you money or some shit. Like CM Punk, take your shirt off, then we'll talk.
There you go.
Juice prefers his false idols in the form of titties.
Yeah. Titties! But so for me, it was like JR's like, hey, initially is like brought the idea up to me. I was super pumped that the Bucks were going to be there, and Kenny obviously. And he's like, if I pay, will you go? I was like, okay, because I didn't plan on going. Like that place was so fucking packed. Like Sretton, you got
crazy.
there a little bit later. And
I got there late because I wanted to drive. My brother has a place up there, so we wanted to crash up there, and it was kind of a bad move because we got there pretty early, and then they have 3 lots for parking. As we pulled up to lot A, it got full. As we pulled up to lot B, it got full. It got full. Lot C got full like 2 minutes after we passed it up.
Yeah, I think that's what the problem
and
was.
We looped around, and so we just ended up like parking at my brother's place and getting an Uber there. There was a ton of people.
That for everybody that I had heard opinions on that had been there, this was my first time. And now, granted, I've been to cons, Wizard World and the Chicago Comic Con and other shit. A lot of people that have been to these before, I kind of got the same information from them. It was like there's so many more people there this year than there really has ever been. And maybe that was part of the reason why like JR and a lot of other people thought it was unorganized. And it did kind of seem like that. Like, I know he paid to get the picture with the cast from Clueless. Well, we go over there, they're signing autographs, but then you had to go completely to the opposite side of the building to get pictures with them. It's like, to me, it's like, hey, man, it just doesn't make sense. Like, let me give you my money right then and there. We'll do our fucking thing, get the fuck out,
Exactly.
Because there's so much, there's so much there for you to, like, take in. It's overwhelming,
Oh, yeah, it's sensory overload.
Yeah. So we did that. I actually got to meet Lloyd Kaufman of Troma Films.
Yeah, I saw that picture. That's sick.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was
awesome.
great. I mean, being a horror guy myself,
right,
and watching like Class of Nukem High and the Toxic Avenger, obviously since I was a kid, that was super cool. And let me tell you guys out there listening, Lloyd Kaufman is a fucking gentleman. He was super like interested in what I had to say, what I was doing, asked about the podcast, what else I was doing in my life, asking Demon Boy, a.k.a. the Durs, like shit about school and everything. And Durs proceeded to tell him about Cannibal Holocaust.
Yeah.
Some other stuff. I think it kind of blew Lloyd away. And like I was telling Stratton before we went on air, it was cool because as we were all walking away, like I heard Lloyd talking to his trauma team who he had there. He's like, man, those were some really, really nice young people, like,
Yeah.
like that was super cool. Like I just told you, my 11-year-old son watches some fucked up movies. It's like, oh, that's a good one.
Perfectly fine. Yeah. That's
Really
perfectly fine.
brutal, but he's like, there's some good content.
Right.
So that to me was my highlight. To meet him, and obviously Toxie was there, and you had some of the trauma team. That was super cool. We did see Jim Cornette there. We didn't get a chance to talk to him. We kind of stood there for a minute, and he was like just chatting away with these two dudes forever. So we didn't want to wait. And by the time we came back and found him, he gone.
He gone.
Yeah, he was gone. So we ended up buying some stuff. I got a sweet Ringside Collectibles exclusive Hollywood Hogan figure.
Ooh. Yes.
On the cheap. So that was pretty good. I got a Carnage pop figure, and I bought there's a bunch of pops, and that was pretty much my experience. Ren, what'd you take away from it?
I had a great experience, but I don't go to buy anything.
There was a lot of skimpy flesh.
Yeah,
I
there's a lot of
love that. Want to touch the hiney?
There's a lot of smelly armpits and dudes that look like all their farts have been trapped in their pants for the last 20 years, and also girls with
Yeah, right. you know.
girls with a lot of great outfits, a lot of breasts and waists and legs and
Chesticles.
But it was, I mean, I go for the cosplay. That's why I go. That's why I like taking the pictures. It usually takes me a couple hours to warm up. I'm embarrassed to ask people to take pictures with me.
Right.
And then I get over it because that's what I go for. Because all the stuff that I see being made, I got the ego that thinks that I can make everything that they have some really, really cool custom made stuff. There's a dude that made he had these little miniature Harleys made out of little pieces of stainless steel, and these action figures, they had an Alien, Predator, all made out of stainless steel, but in a miniature that maybe was 6 to 12 inches tall. That's a big gap, but
that's about where I'm at.
Ooh.
Yeah, as long as I could walk around, stretch my legs, look at some cool art, and then watch the people that took the last 6 months to a year to make a costume, I dig that shit. That's what I go for.
Yeah, so. I can agree with that. Like I said, my only interest really was, other than promoting the show, which I was successfully able to do, tagging up flyers in the bathrooms, whether it be on the train at the McCormick place. And then actually it was super convenient and sweet. As I was talking to Steve and Derek from Curtain Jerker, I'm like, we're right there by Bischoff and Shivani. And like I said, we're in the pro wrestling area. So we're right where we need to be. And there's a couple of blank tables just sitting there. I'm like, dude, I got 60 flyers in my backpack. So I scattered them out on this table, and people were taking them, and it benefited. I saw some numbers go up and some people interact because of it. So, hey, that old school, you know how it is, Josh, promoting shows and shit. Just doing it old school way, man, and putting flyers out there, fucking.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. That was my whole thing. So I enjoyed that, but will I be going back to something like that? I'm going to sit here and say probably not, even though I probably will. It's just, it was a lot, dude. By the time I got, on the train, my legs were ready to give out. I was holding in my farts all day, so my stomach was fucked up, dude. It was like,
oh man, just crop dust by all the Spider-Man outfits blaming on.
Oh, I know, right, dude? So when I got on the train, I finally released a couple. I'm talking like I dropped a few albums or some shit.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
So there's a guy that we met, and I'm not going to bust him out here, but there's a guy that we met at Warrior 4 at the meet and greet. Really nice guy. Actually saw him at con. And
really?
It was upstairs away from other stuff. If he's listening right now, he knows.
He knows.
I'm going to accuse him of something that maybe he didn't do.
What you gonna do?
I saw him, and we didn't get to talk, and I like what he was talking about at the event from last week. And but as I stopped him to say what's up, he was really nice. He's like, "Hey man, what's up? How's it going today?" And so we swapped stories. but I think he like turned a corner, one of the bigger pillars upstairs, so he could blow a fart in privacy. And I think like I was standing there in his fart cloud, but maybe it wasn't him. I don't know, but that's what I think. Like upon hindsight, with his body language and stuff, I think maybe I like caught him like when he was like he just ripped one, and I was like, "Hey, man,
come like a bomb!"
So
Jesus,
that was my experience.
That's nice. I was on the train, and I was like, "What?" The ride back was super fucking, dude. It was bad. And people were kind of being assholes. That's the other thing. When you get in a group like that large, JR's son, who I believe he's only like 5, he's a young kid. We're standing on the steps in the train. When this dude comes barreling down the steps and like pushes his kid out of the way, and rightfully so, JR's like, "Hey, motherfucker, like, don't fucking put your hands on my son, shove my son," you know? And he goes, "Oh, sorry." It's like, yeah, I bet you're fucking sorry, dude. Like, I was ready to mob on that motherfucker too, you know?
Man.
Like,
right? Drop toehold his ass.
yeah. Fucking let him live with the fucking rats that we saw in the train rails.
There you go.
Yeah, but shit like that pisses me off because. And once the train got there and opened too, people were just ridiculous. Like this guy had this big fucking fake ass scythe or whatever the fuck it was, and he's trying to fucking elbowing me, and like we're all holding arms. We got our kids with us, right? But there were some people that just showed no fucking couth. So it's like, all right, motherfucker. Like I got in the side, I'm gonna start jamming fucking elbows, and if he was gonna do some shit, I was ready to rock. You know, let's fucking go. So we got back on the train, and man, it was packed, and luckily we got a spot to sit down. My legs were tired from walking for 8 or 9 hours, and I just had to let some out. My guts were bubbling, dude, and like I let me kind of silent, but Jared's like, "Dude, you're vibrating the seat," and then it stunk like pure methane. So they're like busting me out on the train as I'm fucking sitting there like with my hood on, like it wasn't me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. He's like, somebody's farting around here.
Yeah. It wasn't me. It was the kid. It was that baby next to me with the dirty diaper.
Right.
Speaking of babies, this lady walked by when we were talking to Lloyd Kaufman, and he kind of creeped this lady out, this mom, because she's walking by with the baby. He's like, "Oh, that's cute. That's one of those wind-up babies." And she just looked at him like, "What the fuck is your problem?"
Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah. Lloyd was super cool. But yeah, C2E2 2019 for the Juice. Fan, not a fan. You know, I'm kind of 50-50 on the whole experience.
You'll feel different next year when you're waiting in line so people can, or when you're waiting for, and other people are paying to get your autograph.
Yep.
I said that right.
Yeah. Botchamania.
Yep.
So, yeah, moving on. Quick little news tidbit for you. Josh, you might have heard about this. The Hart Foundation, the OG Hart Foundation, going into the WWE Hall of Fame. Well-deserved honor.
Yes, it's about time.
Bret Hart's going to join that small club. I think it's, as of right now, it's, who is it? Ric Flair is in there twice. Bret's going to be in there twice. You have Booker T, who's going to be in there twice. Mm-hmm. And Shawn Michaels going to be in there twice because of DX. So I think that's it, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So super cool. Super excited about that. You know, it sucks. The Anvil actually, what was that, 2018 where he passed away? August of last year, I believe. Yeah, we did an episode on that. So, man, it's hard to believe it's been that quick already. But, yeah, I'm excited about the Hart Foundation. They fucking deserve it. They were one of my favorite tag teams growing up, and probably anybody in that era. You know, like it was like the Hart Foundation.
Oh, hell yeah.
I even like the Killer Bees from back in the day, dude.
Yes.
Jumping Jim Brunzell.
Brunzell. Oh, that's my shit, dude.
Hell yeah, dude. It was fucking super awesome. Guys like that, you know, and then LOD coming in. They were always one of my favorites.
I always liked Demolition, too.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes
the accent.
Yes. Killing it. Like, Gene Simmons should have sang that. Ooh, yeah.
Right. The Demolition! I love that fucking shit, dude. That's Rick Derringer, dude.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. We'll have another episode coming out with our favorite entrance music soon. We've kind of dabbled into it before, but we need a fully devoted episode for that because there's a lot of good shit. But breaking into what's going on with you, what's the haps, man? What's the deal? I think I just plagiarized some shit right there. Sam Roberts, sorry. What's the haps?
I heard nothing.
Yeah, I didn't either. I didn't say anything. So what's going on in Wisconsin?
Not much, man. Day to day, checking out all the indie shows and shit. And
There's a shit ton. What's going on for indie stuff up there?
Bruce City Wrestling. We got BCW in Milwaukee. They do a show every month.
Hey, what's his name? Silas Young is from Milwaukee, right?
Yep. Yeah, he is.
And the Beer City, is he?
Yep.
Beer City Brawler?
Bruiser.
Bruiser, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, he's in Ring of Honor. And then you'll see a lot of people coming through. I know Kylie Ray is their champion right now, their women's champ.
Nice.
Yeah. And then Evil Sierra, she just did a big show too. I think it was WoW or something like that. She just did. But there's a lot of people that were in BCW that you'll see everywhere else. I know CM Punk has been through there, and they've had Rich Swann. They've had a lot of talent come through there.
Rich Swann, he was fucking awesome. And speaking of Rich Swann, you were at you joined us at Warrior Wrestling 4.
Yes.
What was I know we didn't have you on immediately to talk about that, but what was your takeaway from that event?
I thought it was awesome. I was so stoked to see it, but I couldn't wait to go there and check out like all the matches. I thought from top to bottom we're gonna be sick, and scramble match I knew was gonna be awesome, and that was fun to watch. But I just couldn't wait to see just the indie talent go at it, because the indie scene is just flooded with so much great talent.
Yeah, it's weird now. It's like the hostile indie takeover, because it doesn't even seem like it's indies, like the star power that these indies have now. It's like they are like the WWE or WCW. It's fucking weird, man.
Oh, I know. Well, social media and then making them names for themselves, and now you see like these indie stars WWE's going after, and they let them keep all their stuff to come in. They're owning their thing. They're not trying to change their name unless you're Cassius Ohno. Whoops.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah. Why the fuck would they do that?
I don't know, dude. Chris Hero, like that's a name.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a huge name, and he was the guy that came up with Punk. Man, had a huge history with CM Punk, and they're like, "Hey, put this basketball jersey on."
Yeah.
Fat asses. Thank you, Scotty. Scotty Steiner drops in from time to time. You'll that's the thing. You've listened to the show. You never really can tell who's going to drop in on the JP Dub.
Never know.
Never, ever.
Holy shit. I just heard a fucking... Is that Andre the Giant?
I feel like you were cueing me, and I was like, fuck it, I'm coming down.
Andre, we had you queued up. I'm guilty as charged. How's it going, Andre?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Very good, huh?
Just hanging out. Look at this.
What's hanging out?
You know.
Oh man,
my
damn.
dick. I'm talking about my dick.
Oh man.
With his dick so long.
You know, one of the benefits of being in heaven that people do not chit-chat about that much is you get to keep your genitals.
Really?
Oui, yes. I am very popular.
So is your ejaculate more of an ectoplasm then?
No, there is none of that. Do not be gross. I gotta go.
All right, later on, Andre.
Later, Andre. That was cool. Way to go, buddy.
Yeah. So I know we talk frequently.
Yep.
You got your tickets for Warrior 5, right?
Hell yeah, dude. We went bleacher seats this time to spend the extra money to go to the Fan Fest.
Yeah. It's super cool, man. It's gonna rock. We're there's a lot of things going on. That weekend, I know we got a gig with Handsome Prick down in Kentucky. Potentially, I know tentatively on Friday, May 10th, and then supposedly we're supposed to get something going in Lafayette, but it hasn't been confirmed yet. And I don't even know at this point. I've heard some things what's going on with the Kentucky show, but as far as we're speaking right now, it's still on. I should be back for that. I was talking to
Hopefully.
Steve. Yeah. It's something I got to make. It's like like one of those things. Like the first time you took a hit off of fucking a good doob or something, it's like I got to have more. Yeah. So I was telling Steve, like, dude, I got this shit going on, but I will be there. I'm gonna make it. By hook or by crook, I will fucking be there, and we will have a table. We'll have something going on because that was super fun, man. I know to have people like Alicia Atoot, and I hate saying that. I'm going to reiterate that. I hate saying Atoot. I'm sorry.
I think it's just a two.
And no, it's a toot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second T's almost silent.
Is it almost silent?
Almost.
Silent?
Yeah.
But deadly?
Yeah.
But she's
You
super
beat me
cool.
to it.
Yeah. You know, and the Rascals and everybody that was involved that came up and talked to us, it was Melissa Santos. You know, I wouldn't have even imagined. You know, it's like they just came up to us and they wanted to talk to the Juice.
Oh, everybody wants to talk to the Juice.
They want to get wet.
You know it.
So stuff like that was super cool, and to be able to interact with fans and people that, you know, listen to the show and turn new people onto it, super great time. And I can't stress enough like how affordable it is. Like when we were at C2E2, we were in line for, I think it was JR Met the Villain. So we're in line for Marty Skrull, and there were people behind us, a big dude dressed as the monster Matanza Cueto, and a chick dressed as Pentagon.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And
That's
you know,
awesome.
they're from the Chicago area, so we started talking about Warrior. JR had his Warrior shirt on, and we're with the I guess you would call him the CEO, Steve Tortorello of Warrior Wrestling, and we're like, hey, you know, they put on this show, like you're gonna pay $45-$50 right now just to get an autograph with Marty, and then another for a picture with him. You could spend $25 and go to Warrior Wrestling and meet all the wrestlers and get pictures and autographs for free. You know, that's a killer deal. I don't know of anybody that offers like the packages like that they have because their star power is like overwhelming. You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
So super pumped about that. And Warrior Wrestling 5, we're going to have Steve on again to kind of run down that card before it happens. It's
looking good.
It's looking great.
Really good.
I'm so glad too to have the Lucha Brothers back and Tessa Blanchard too, man.
Oh God, that match is going to be off the chain, dude.
Yeah. So what'd you think of your
shit.
seats? Because you were right down there 4th row for 4, right?
Yeah. They were killer, and we sat right by the aisle too, so it was good to get up in free reign and kind of go up by the ring to get some pics and stuff like that. The only like bad thing about our seats was this damn light that was across the ring to the corner, like just blinding us. And I was like, that son of a bitch. You know, like everything else was cool.
So you weren't revved up like a douche? I mean, a deuce?
You could say I was. I was a little revved up.
Well, you figure you were blinded by the light, you know?
I was. Oh, killing me with the Steely Dan reference. Killing him softly. Wow.
Oh, they're going into the Fugees now.
Right?
Somebody say
stopped.
soft.
Soft.
S8. Never mind. I don't like those guys.
Yeah. No, they fell hard.
Yeah. I've saw a lot of tweets here recently of like, I guess there's a big story out that Alberto Del Rio has talked to Triple H, and
I've seen that.
there's a door for a comeback, but they don't want him, and it's like at this point, who really cares? I like Alberto. I wouldn't mind it if he was utilized correctly.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the guy can work his ass off.
Yeah. But people are asking like, do you want him or Enzo and Cass back? Who the fuck wants Enzo and Cass back? God damn it! Like even JR's like, well, I watched some interviews with him, and it's like I don't care about fucking Enzo. Like I kudos to him for doing what he was able to do, but it's like, man, at the end of the day, like no one really gave two shits about those guys, you know?
No, and you know how as hot as they were.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they didn't toss those titles on him in NXT or WWE.
Like, that was fucking ridiculous.
Like, really?
Yeah.
Like, strike while the iron's hot, man.
Yeah, that says a lot about WWE's booking. And
of course, yeah. They could have sold a shit ton of merch for them.
Yeah. Hey, they booked Baron Corbin versus Kurt Angle. We're going to give you a free match of AJ Styles and Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle. But you're gonna have to pay if you want to see him fight boring Corbin.
Yeah, you're gonna pay for that match.
Right? You're gonna pay with your life when you're fucking wanting to put a gun to your head.
Exactly.
It sucks.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna pay. I'm actually not gonna pay. I'm not gonna pay attention to that match.
Oh, I thought you were gonna fire stick it.
Well, I could do that.
Right.
I got my father-in-law's WWE account, man. He's got the network, and
nice.
I was kicking over there for all the WWE shows and stuff.
Hey, did you see that Mean Gene tribute that they had on there? It was like a 30-minute doc.
It was awesome.
Yeah. It was super cool.
It was very cool.
They got
some gems on there.
Yeah. I've been watching a lot of cool shit on there. I think, what have I watched recently? Some episodes of Thursday Night Thunder, WCW.
Oh, man, yeah. I was watching some like that. The WWE or
Oh,
Like the
WWF.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like the
that was
old
Vince
stuff,
Sr..
man. Yep. And just looking at some of the names back then, I'm like, oh man.
Nice.
But the philosophy back then was so much different than it is today.
Oh
Just
yeah,
watching.
I mean they had to protect the business because back then,
Of course.
every kayfabe was still very much alive and well.
Oh,
whereas
of course.
today, it's the doors open, everybody's behind the curtain. Everybody knows what's going on. You got people like us sitting here talking like, "Well, we know this and we know that."
Right. Yeah.
We
kind of.
Yeah, somewhat.
We kind of know.
Somewhat. Yeah.
Yeah, just what Raja tells us. Oh, I didn't say that.
Ooh.
Shameless plugs for them.
Yeah. Hey, here's a quick spoiler for you. I just found out at the Impact tapings that just happened, Lance Storm appeared.
Yeah.
And
I saw the video.
Yeah. Super cool, man. I dig it. He's going to be the special guest referee for Johnny Impact versus Cage at, what is it called?
God.
Rebellion, I think is
Yeah,
the
I think it's Rebellion.
next pay-per-view. I think that's super fucking awesome.
Man, Impact got good.
Yeah,
Got good really quick, too.
Yeah. We did an episode, man, it's about 20 episodes ago with my homie Jeff Webb talking about, the resurgence of Impact, like a brief history and resurgence. Because, dude, there was a point in wrestling when they were still TNA that they were so innovative and they were on top and they just needed that little bit to push them over, And
yeah, they did.
And then Hogan came in, and everybody wants to shit on Hogan and Bischoff. But at the end of the day, I really believe that it wasn't, they had inputs on things, but they didn't make the final calls on shit. It was Dixie Carter.
Yeah, it had to been.
And you had a lady running that company that all she saw, like anytime a guy from WWE got released, it's like, we got to get him. We got to get him.
Exactly. That's not the way to go.
Yeah, instead of pushing and developing characters and stars like AJ Styles and Joe, who did get their just dues in that company, but they were the workhorses. That's why we were watching, why I was watching on Fox Sports, when it was on there, and then when they went to Spike, I mean, that was that
when they're on Spike was on fire.
Yeah, dude, and it was at a time where
so good.
WWE was real fucking bad, dude. It was real
That was when I stopped watching WWE for a little bit because it was just so damn bad.
Yeah, like the early mid 2000s was just like so
right after
terrible.
the Ruthless Aggression era.
Yeah,
like right after that,
and then after the whole Benoit shit and all that, it was just like, oh man, this is poo poo. So
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Good TNA was that shining beacon in all of that fucking darkness, and then along comes 2010 and it went downhill, and it became a trend for motherfuckers to shit on it.
Exactly.
And
it did too.
So I'm so glad the Anthem took it over and they appointed the right people. You have Don Callis and Scott D'Amore running that, and it's dude, they've done the right thing. They've signed the indie darlings. They've got good character development.
They're in partnerships with a lot of other companies too.
Yes,
which is cool.
yes, they're
That's
networking. It is, and the cool thing too is they're super accessible. You can watch. People always bitch
streaming on Twitch.
Yeah, on Twitch. Oh well, what's the Pursuit channel? What? Who gives a fuck? If you got an Xbox, if you got a tablet, a cell phone, go on Twitch and watch it for free.
Exactly.
It's super
the smartest thing they could have done.
Yeah, and I'm super. They got that United We Stand. That I believe that's going to be a pay-per-view on Fight, the Fight app during WrestleMania
the Fight
weekend.
App was awesome too.
Oh yeah, super cool. And dude,
Love
WrestleMania weekend next week, it's going to be just it's
going to be insane.
ridiculous.
NXT and
dude,
Ring of Honor, just everything.
Everybody, New Japan, Black
New
Label
Japan.
Pro. It's going to be
the super
fucking
card and shit. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, it is overwhelming. So it's kind of like, what do you do? Like you basically take your vacation time and just veg out on professional wrestling,
pretty much just all day,
and get like a shit ton of beer.
There you go. A couple cases here.
Yeah, but Impact, dude, I love that they're bringing Sabu and RVD back to face the Lucha Bros.
That's so cool.
There's a lot of people that say Sabu maybe can or can't go anymore, and I've kind of seen some things firsthand, but I think it'll be good. And
I think so too.
To have RVD come back, and they've been promoting his new movie Headstrong.
Yeah, I want to check that out.
Yeah, it looks super cool. Hopefully he returns in more of a regular role, because I think with the talent roster they have right now, RVD can have some great matchups, and he can not, when he came back to WWE a few years ago and all he did was job out to people.
Exactly.
When he's a guy that was still able to go, should have had a legitimate, in my opinion, and probably a lot of people's opinions, one last title run with that company because he's that big of a fucking star. But he's jobbing out the guys. You know, there's ways to put people over, and then there's just nonsensical bullshit booking, which is unfortunately what WWE's the best at anymore.
They are. It seems like it.
So to have him come back to Impact and maybe make a strong run, and then in the end of that put somebody over, that's what makes good business sense to me.
Exactly. It does. So
we were talking earlier, kind of off in even before in our many conversations, you used to do some wrestling yourself, right?
Yes, I used to roll around on the mat.
Yeah, you used to corral them cattle, right?
I did. Yes, I did.
Yeah, why don't you give us a little introspective into that?
Sure. It was in Milwaukee. It was a little indie fed. I use the term fed. I'd just say promotion. So,
right.
Called REWF, which was Real Extreme Wrestling Federation. That was like the first indie taste of indies I had. So it's kind of funny because I used to do a bunch of backyard stuff back in the day, like when I was 18, 19. Me and a few buddies would get in the backyard and do like the extreme ECW stuff with thumbtacks, barbed wire. Hell yeah, get all nasty.
They killed him. They killed him. ECW. RVD.
All day. He used to call me Mr. Saturday Night Special.
Yeah.
But yeah, we used to do that. And then we had just a few of us that did it. We called it Death Wish Wrestling.
I like that.
Yeah. We did all kinds of backyard stuff, and we'd have parties, and then we just get in the backyard, throw together some matches and have fun. And I kind of got the bug after that. After doing that, I was like, dude, I would love to see what happens, but I wasn't pursuing it right away. And then it's kind of funny because a few years later, this kid that I coached, I coached him in football, and then a few years later he got involved with somebody he worked with, and he was training. He was doing wrestling training with some local guys, and they had an into the REWF. And so my buddy Jake, he was talking to this guy named Jason Mutza. And he almost, back in the day, he looked like Jeff Hardy, Shawn Michaels. He still kind of does. Had that
He's
look,
a sexy boy?
Oh, yeah. Wow, sexy boy. So it was cool because then my buddy Jake calls me up. He's like, dude, are you interested in wrestling? This guy I work with, he could talk to the promoter. We can get in there, meet him and stuff. I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it, So he got me at 6'3.5", almost 6'4", and 270. And then my buddy Jake, he's a house. The kids, he's 6 foot, 300 muscle, just big. Yeah, he's just a rock. Powerlifting champion in high school and stuff. This dude's a monster. So we meet the dude, and the dude sees us, and he right away just clings to us, oh hell yeah, what would you guys?
Boys.
Yeah, just salivating, juicing us up.
That's right.
So, yeah, we talked to the dude, get his number, and then we go and meet him and talk to him, and he's like, I want to make you guys a tag team. He's like, think of your tag name, stuff like that. Send me some promo pics, and we're like, all right, cool, bet, let's do that. So I think that night we came back, had some beers, and went to do some photos and stuff for throwing around names, and one name that stuck was Disaster Piece, and we kind of stole that from Slipknot back in the day.
Yeah,
but it fit.
You can't hide.
Yep, he was a huge Slipknot fan, and back then that was when I liked Slipknot, because they actually had some good music.
Sure.
I'm not even gonna lie about that, but yeah, that was we came up with that. We were like, that's perfect. Let's do that, and we went back to the promoter and told him, and he loved it. He's like, he loved it. He loved the look. Just us, I come down in a big trench coat, and I got the hair down, and my buddy Jake comes out, leather vest and everything like that, and it's got the spikes, kind of stole the Road Warrior
right
look, kind of, because that's what we were going for.
Shit.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of beer brawler, barroom brawlers and stuff like that. And then our first match was against this tag team called Menace to Society, and it was in a ECW match. It was just a no rules, no disqualification. It was our debut, and Menace to Society, I can't remember the two guys' names, but one dude was 6'4", like tall, and the other dude was stocky too, so it kind of matched up pretty well. And so we get there to the show. It's at the Majeska Theater, or no, not the Majeska, the Miramar. And we get there, and the ring's all set up and everything, and I'm just like in awe, like, oh my god, you know, like we've had maybe a month or two training, you know.
So you were green as fuck.
Green as fuck, yeah. Like I knew how to do some things from the backyard thing, and just like, you know, back down. I'm gonna lie, we used to watch Tough Enough back in the day too, and like the stuff they were teaching them, like we would go out in the backyard and do, and we'd get mats and we'd practice a lot of that and practice holds and stuff. So I mean, we were kind of green, self-taught, like. But in like professional, yeah, we were green as fuck. We ran ropes and stuff like that. And this is Jake's like first ever taste of like wrestling. And I knew some, but we're learning how to bump. We're, you know, running ropes. And I got to say, the first time I ran ropes, goddamn, that hurt bad. Yeah, because you run
steel cable, man.
Yeah, it's like steel cable, and you're running, and you know, you reach out to grab the rope. You make sure you're leading off with your like closest foot to the leg, let the ropes caress you in, and then bounce off. So we're doing that, and you do about, you know, 100 reps in a night of that. You know, next day I had this huge purple and black spot, and it just got bigger and bigger from the bruising of hitting the ropes. But you know, you're learning, you're getting your, you know, your wings, you're getting your bump card.
Yep.
So yeah, so it's our debut. We get there, and a promoter, Jeff, his name was, he goes, yeah, you're going to be let out to the ring by a valet. We're going to call her Danny Damage, and she was like a stripper at the like Heartbreakers or something like that. You know, my girlfriend at the time didn't like it too much, but hey, it's a show.
Hey, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter what you think. So, yeah, we're going to be in this no disqualification match, and the night before, me and my buddy Jake, we went to like Value Village and shit, and we're like finding all the plunder we can. Rest in peace, Dusty Rhodes. So we're looking for all the plunder we can. We're getting like keyboards, frying pans, everything. We stole like a garbage can from the back alley, a lot of it's bar and everything like that. So
keeping it real.
Yeah, we're just come in, and I have a truck full of crap, and we bring it in, and you know, Jeff's like, that's perfect. So we put everything in a trash can, and Menace to Society comes out first, and then next our music hits, and we came out to Bringer of Blood from 6 Feet Under.
Nice. I love that.
Like, it's just ridiculous heavy song. Like, I'm not a huge 6 Feet Under fan at all, but that song was just like perfect for what we needed it for. Yeah, I'm not too much of a big 6 Feet Under
early
fan.
6 Feet's the shit, dude.
Early 6 Feet, I'll give it to you. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, Bringer of Blood was like one of those songs. Like, yeah, we got to get hype on this. We're gonna come out and just whoop the ass.
It's better than Snakes.
Snakes.
Right? Steaks.
What about No Warning Shot?
Die, motherfucker. Die.
Shout out to Chris Barnes.
Yep.
Yeah. What? For some reason, well, how's it go here? I'm gonna channel Ice-T real quick.
Do it.
For some reason, you motherfuckers out there think this is some kind of motherfucking game. You ain't gonna realize, so I got some fucking steel pointing at your motherfucking faces. Those are real lyrics to Ice-T's appearance with 6 Feet Under on True Carnage, which came out in 2001.
Yep, True Carnage. Good album.
Yeah, I actually dug it. I think that's one of Barnes's, like, probably his last great vocal appearance.
Yeah,
it was like super deep. But like still, like you could tell it was deteriorating, and now it's just pure garbage.
Oh, it is, dude. It's like listening to like a clogged up foghorn.
Yeah, right. So during this match, though, how fucked up did you guys get?
Oh man, we got hurt.
Did you bring it or did you just sing it?
No, we brought it. We talked to pull back the curtain. No, there ain't no curtain no more. No, we were talking to them before the match.
Don't want to see no curtains no more.
Yeah, taking it soft. So yeah, we talked to them. We went over some stuff, and they were like, "Bring it," you know. And I was like, "Yeah, bring it. Let's do it, and let's just have fun, you know. Go out there and just beat the piss out of each other." So yeah, our music hits. We come out. We're brand new. We throw the trash can into the ring, and before we get any of our gear off, we just go at it with them in the middle of the ring and just start brawling our asses off. My buddy Jake and the guy they take it out to the floor, and me and this dude just get in the ring, and I hit him with one of those Steve Austin kicks to the midsection, and then keyboard right over the head. Just bah.
Hit them notes.
Yep.
You were killing them softly with that song, weren't you?
Oh yeah, dude. The keyboard keys are flying off. I was like, best. I just sat there for a second, like, hell yeah.
Is this on footage anywhere?
Yeah, I gotta find it because it was on YouTube and stuff. Like, there's like YouTube videos that I have of some of my matches and stuff. But yeah, that match, like, right after that, I bounced off the rope, gave him a big boot, and you could hear it in the crowd. He bumped it perfectly, and I just had this nice little cocky walk after I hit him. Like, yeah. I guess we're the new guys in the town, you know?
Yeah, you gotta be fucking cock strong.
Yeah, exactly, dude. And then I grabbed like a baking sheet and I pulled a Sabu, went to the second rope, leg dropped him over the head with it.
And then he made some cookies.
Oh, get some cookies.
You know, like some goodies.
Right? But yeah, then that's how the match went. And the first hit I took is we did
was it like this? Cue Sweet
Leaf.
Leaf.
It was Sweet Leaf.
You knew I was doing.
Yeah, you beat me to it. But yeah, he comes in. I took my first chair shot. Like,
ooh, on the head?
Chair shot. Yeah.
Fuck.
Like,
those are
God.
Not allowed in many places nowadays.
No, and I took it square on, and you put your arm up a little bit to try and cushion it, and when people say wrestling's fake, I'm like, fuck you, buddy. Like, it hurts. Like, a lot of that shit hurts, and like you don't steal chair shots. I got hit with it, and I was seeing stars, but I took it.
You're gonna be
right
seeing
way.
stars. You say the F word anymore on the show?
No, I'm sorry, dude. I'm dropping F bombs too much. My bad.
It's all good.
You can edit that out.
Yeah.
Just put in some sound effects.
Right.
Like
there's only one F word that we don't use.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that F word. Yeah. There you go.
Fuck that word.
Yeah. Bastards. But yeah, like that was the first chair shot I took, and I was just like, Jesus, that hurt.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just like beating the piss out of each other, and then our finishing move was I super kicked the guy, and as he's selling my super kick and like spinning around, my buddy comes and spears his ass.
Nice. I like that.
So yeah, so we had the one guy was out on the outside of the ring, and then we're up on the stage because the stage met with the ring, and we come out on the stage, get in the ring. So the guy's right there, and like my buddy Jake's like getting up in the corner, and the dude turns around right into my super kick. As he turns around, Jake destroys him with a spear off of the stage onto the ground.
Ooh,
like through nothing, like just onto the hardwood floor. And I'm like, holy shit. And then he rolls him into the ring, and I jump in the ring, and we, he pins it on. I'm just covering him, and we win our first match like that. And it was just a huge rush.
Fuck yeah.
Huge rush. Yeah. And like we instantly won over the crowd too. And we get to the back, and the boys are just like congratulating us and everything like that, and they're just saying, great match, you guys did it well, that was a great debut, and it felt good. And it kind of like going out in that match like that, we're a little green at the time, but taking those vicious hits and not pulling no bullshit about it, earned respect real quick.
Respect. Fuck yeah.
Respect.
Gotta respect the condom.
Respect the condom.
Okay, condom style.
Jump in front of a fucking truck.
So how long did you wrestle for?
For almost 10 years.
Damn, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, for almost 10 years. I was wrestling. I did some spots in Chicago and stuff like that too, but mostly was in Milwaukee.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do you got going on musically? I know we've played many gigs together.
Yeah. Well, SA, we're jamming. We got a show coming up in Milwaukee.
You could say it. Say the name.
Sexual Atrocities. I'm just so used to saying SA. That's yeah. Sexual Atrocities. We got a show coming up. We're doing Full Terror Assault again this year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I was there last year.
Dude.
I got a tick on my balls. It was great till that happened.
All right.
Yeah.
It's always fun, and I feel like at Full Terror Assault, you get the full sexual experience from Sexual Atrocities.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Because we can go out there and, we hand out beers to the crowd. We throw out the beers in the crowd. We're super soaking people with beer and liquor and like getting people drunk. And,
oh, yeah. I've seen you guys there twice when we were there with Handsome Prick and Moistened Disciples.
Yes, I remember that. Moistened Disciples. What was that? Year 1, wasn't it?
Yeah. Very first one.
Yeah. Yeah, that was dope, dude. I think it's gotten better.
Yeah, totally. Last year was super fun. I had a great time, dude.
Yeah.
Like I said, the only bad thing was like sitting on work afterwards, like, it's a fucking tag in my
You gotta be careful out there, man. I haven't had any ticks out there yet, but man.
Oh
They're out
man,
there. They'll get you.
That you're aware of. You better.
I know you like when you go in the forest like that. You're supposed to do tick checks on your ankles, on the lining of your socks, your shoes. But I didn't know that you were supposed to double check your nutsack.
Oh, you got to. And here's the thing I learned too: wear those like because usually I'm a boxer guy, you know. Wear those tight. What do you call them? Like Under Armour
briefs
type shit. Yeah,
Spanx.
Yeah, if you're gonna go down there and
wrestling
do shit,
pants.
Yeah. Wear some fucking wrestling ties. Yeah.
Dude. Yes, wear Andre the Giant singlet down at Full Terry.
Oh shit! You done brought him back, man.
Did someone say something about my singlet?
What's up with the just one strap? Why couldn't there be two?
You know why.
Oh, because you didn't want to look like King Kong Bundy, right?
Didn't want to look like an asshole. Gotta go. Rest in peace.
Later.
Oh man.
Andre tells it like it fucking is.
Yeah, totally. He doesn't pull any punches. Oh man.
So what else you guys got going on?
We're also doing, like I said, we're doing this birthday show. This I don't know if you ever heard of the band Crap Factory.
No, I have not.
It's a buddy of ours in Milwaukee. I think
Not just a clever name.
Not just a clever name, not at all, dude. They're hilarious.
Nice.
They got like their music and everything. So we're playing with them. It's like the dude that's the singer, Big Bob. It's his birthday show, so it's like us, and then they're playing, and then a couple other local bands as well. So we're doing that. But right now we're writing the follow-up to our split we did with Odious and Ball from Australia, and that was released on Unmatched Brutality.
Yeah, they're Unmatched Brutality. I was glad to see those guys come back. They were kind of dormant for a while, innit it?
Yeah, they were. And then I know like Jamie from Brodican helps with that,
Yep.
and I think his brother runs it or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Mistaken. I don't even remember. But yeah, it came out on that, and like we've been talking to the dudes from Odious and Ball forever about doing a split, and it finally happened. And they did the re-release of one of their first albums and redid it, and then we had all new material that we just threw on there.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
You know, I like to get brutal.
yeah, dude, of course. So,
Did he
you
just
know,
quit?
you know how we do.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're writing new material now, so we're hoping we can get a lot of that done and hit the studio again later and come out with another full length. And then the other group that I do, Mass Murder Messiah, which is just me.
And my girlfriend was wearing that shirt last night. Shout
Yeah,
out to Lil A.
represent. Oh, man. Gonna have to sign that.
Yeah, then I had to mass murder that ass.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, music to
Too
bang
bad that
to.
was a white T-shirt.
Oh,
It's tie-dye now.
yep. This shirt is real stiff, hon.
It's real big, real wet, real stiff.
Ooh. So I'm writing for that, and I'm almost done. And then I'm going to record on that, and I'm actually just going to do some home recording of it.
Nice. Well, hit a
my buddy's gonna
motherfucker
help me.
up if you want
Of
some
course.
guest spots, you know.
Hell yeah, I'm going to.
We're working on
Shit.
the third Prick album right now, so
Dude, nice. You're
hopefully...
gonna write that song? Feel like I stink?
yeah. So, real quick, tell the story, Josh. I want you to feel this one. We were walking into the we're at Warrior Wrestling 4.
Yep. We're wrestling 4, and we're walking back inside from going out to the car. So we're coming back in, and JR's like, yeah, I got the cologne and stuff like that, so you hit your guys up. But we're coming back in, and he's looking for stickers and stuff because he's talking to some dude, and we're not thinking anything of it, and like I'm not even thinking about that either. We're just chilling outside, and then I look at Justin. I'm like, hey, dude, let's go inside. Let's check out the fan area and shit. And I'm not even thinking we'd go inside, and just blazed and just hanging out. And we get into the fan area. We're walking in there, and I'm like walking around, and then I'm like starting to feel it, and I'm starting to catch some whiff. Can you feel it?
Can you feel it?
Oh yeah, I could feel that we stunk. That's what I felt. So yeah, we're walking around, and like we're getting like walking towards Warlow, and Justin's like, "Yeah, let's go. I talk to him, man. I want to talk to him real quick." I'm like, "Cool," and I'm just like catching whiffs, and I'm like, fuck, we're in this fan area. There's like a ton of like family, like, kids and shit in a Catholic school. And I'm just like, yeah, we reek. So I look at Dustin, and I'm like, I feel like we stink. Dude, it was one of the best things ever. Dude.
It was it was super funny.
It was. Yeah, and then Wardlow like busted us.
Yeah, it was like somebody got the good stuff in here. I was like, we didn't even have anything. It's like,
right?
It was all gone at that moment, but he gave us this big bright-eyed look too, like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah, he did. Like, oh, you got the good.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Wardlow, huh? You might be my new favorite wrestler, buddy.
Oh,
dude.
fucking
It was
Wardlow.
classic, man.
Yeah, I feel like we stink.
Then I'm hitting Justin. I'm like, hey, dude, where's JR? I need that clone.
Right.
And I'm sitting down back into my seats by my brother-in-law because this is like his first like kind of local show and stuff. And I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, I gotta be reeking. Like the other 4 rows across from me have to be smelling me right.
Oh yeah. But you know
Dude,
what? It was no different from like anything else I said. There were quite a few people up there, you know. At least we were somewhat inconspicuous. We were off grounds when we did it, so, you know. It was
right, exactly. But no, it was just the greatest thing because I was, dude, totally botched it. Just walked in. Totally missed it alone.
Yeah, Wardlow, dude.
Yeah,
Wardlow ended up looking like buckwheat, dude. When he noticed us, he had that big bright, like his eyes got all big. He's like,
yeah.
You got the goods.
Yeah. You guys want to go hang on?
Yeah, right. Like, yeah, I'll hang out with you, Wardlow.
That's kind of like how I felt when I was standing there, like,
I know, I noticed it too. It was like you started talking to us, like, all right, Wardlow, we gotta go.
yeah, dude, it was totally like, dude, I gotta get out of here. There's like kids people looking at us and like, you know, I was like, but it was like, dude, for the win in the Catholic school and everything. Like, yep. Where's that pizza? And I keep hearing all about it.
It was great. My son ate like 5 nachos.
Right? Yeah, right.
He didn't even participate. Oh, man.
Right. Dude, the best part after that was because you hit the bathroom, I hit the bathroom, we came back, and the park was right there. We got that video of La Parka ready to go in. That was the shit.
Yeah, that was super dope, dude.
That was like surreal for me because I've been like a huge La Parka fan since the 90s, like in WCW. And
yeah, La Parka, La Parka, La Parka. Yeah.
Exactly, dude. Doing the dance, I marked out when he was doing the dance.
Oh, yeah, we all did. Fred, you dug it, didn't
you? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had to change my pants, and I didn't have any pants to change it, so I just dealt with it.
He's got his birthday suit on.
Yeah.
Bodie, real quick, where can people find you at on social media and all that and your music?
So, you can hit us up on Facebook. Just look up Sexual Atrocities on Facebook. Look up Massman Messiah. I have pages for both.
Now, if people look this up, they're not going to get flagged by the government, are they?
I hope not, but I can't make any promises.
Chris Hansen's not going to be like, have a seat.
He may.
I hope he
may be like, hey, Sexual Atrocities, huh? What's that on?
They're fucking awesome.
Right? I'll be like, none of your business, you toucher. Leave your shit alone.
Andrew Boy Toucher.
Oh, coming soon.
Coming soon.
This time
near you.
they pissed off the wrong Mexican.
The Mexicutioner goes wild.
Hey, and real quick, I want to get, we've played a lot together, but for people who haven't seen you guys live, let them know what the mask is that you wear when you play live. Because
what's that?
I really dig it. I appreciate it.
Good. It's a Psychosis Mask.
Yeah.
And that it's kind of funny how that began because like we did a show at the Rave. I think we played with Deicide. I think Deicide was the headliner. We're playing at the bar, and I threw the mask on like the first show. And then some shows I wouldn't do it, and then I bring it back, and it just became a hit. And I just told every guys, I was like, "Hey, I'm going full mask all the time."
Fuck yeah.
And it was the Psychosis Mask, and I'm a huge fan of Psychosis too. And it's kind of like a shout out to him, like kind of like representing like. I get to represent one of my favorite wrestlers up there in a mask and just have fun. Yeah. And since we're like, Beer City party grind, it's perfect. We're just having fun, and
rocking that Lucha Gore mask.
Yeah, rocking the Lucha mask. And I used to have the blue one. I found it in I bought it like years ago at a Hot Topic or something like that, like years ago when they sold like Lucha masks. I was like walking by, I was like, hey, Lucha mask. And that was the one I bought. And funny enough, like we played Chicago Domination Fest couple years ago, and I gave it away to this dude from this band Cerebral Incubation. Like I told, because we thought it was going to be our last show, we didn't know it was going to go on, so we kind of built it as like Sexual Atrocities might be last show ever. We didn't know because John was leaving the group,
right?
And then it was me and Jesse, and we needed to take a break, and so I ended up giving the mask away. I took it off at the end of the show and I gave it to the dude and he wanted me to sign it. So I signed it for him and everything. He still has the mask and he'll show me pictures of it. So then we not reform, but we get back together with Eric on guitar. And then we got this dude, Alex, who's new and he's on guitar. And I was like, shit, I need a new mask before Full Terror last year. So, I went on and looked up more Psychosis masks because I was like, I'm not going to change the mask, but a different color would be awesome. And I found the one I have now, which is that orange one, that orange and black.
Yeah, oh, it is orange. I thought it was, yeah. You got the
orange and white,
the Dreamsicle one.
Yep. Sweet. Yeah, I really wanted the orange and black one, but I found this white and orange one. It's more breathable material around it, and then it's open on top, so I can let the hair breathe.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah. So, when we played Full Terror last year, it was raining during our set, and I was like, screw it. It's got to get broken in somehow.
Right. I like that.
Yeah.
We the same deal with us, man. We fucking when we played last year, it was raining. I got that, the Rollins shorts out, and I felt like Rollins at fucking Woodstock. It was
right.
It was killer. But man, thanks for coming on tonight, dude. Fucking
thank you, dude.
Anytime, man. You're welcome back anytime. The door's always open.
Appreciate it.
Real quick, I just want to let people know you can find Juice Pro Wrestling on Instagram and Facebook at Juice Pro Wrestling. You can check us out on Twitter and interact at JPW Podcast. You can call the Juice Pro Wrestling hotline at 1-872-267-4199. Oh, Katie, was that good for you? Shout out to Katie Vick.
Got me excited, man.
Right. What am I? Oh, too premature. Follow us on there. Check us out on YouTube. The direct link to that is jpdub.com, and you can check out a whole gang of awesome entertaining podcasts at the Green Door Network, which is the host to Juice Pro Wrestling at greendoornetwork.com. They got a lot of fucking amazing shit, whether you're in the music, movies, the supernatural, or any other kind of if you like the Oregon Trail, you'll like the Green Door Network. As long as your oxen don't die crossing the river. By God! By God! They kicked out! They kicked out! Oh, man. Shout out once again to my homie Josh Bodie coming on from Wisconsin. I had a great fucking time with you, man. We're going to have some more good times in the future, and we'll be hanging at Warrior Wrestling 5. Can't wait to see you, man.
Oh, for sure, man. I'm going to stop by the JP Dub table.
Yeah, that's for sure. And what we like to do before we get off air here? We like to wet 'em up, 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 wet 'em up. Oh, my God, I'm so wet. You gonna do sex to me?